says directed. Of course.
Absolutely smooth, buttery morning. This is perfect. Some of the coolest stuff is watching the clouds or fog roll over this. It's almost like water spilling out of a lake. It gets just high enough and it starts to tip over this edge right here. And you can kind of see it moving. But it's just like it's filling up and just spilling over. And then that light little bit that's starting to spill over is clogging up right here at the next high terrain. And it is just perfect. I've got cruise control on. Just went through my own wake. That's the only bump I feel. And drinking my coffee. Fuel inside. Looks like there's a balloon or something in this tree, or maybe it's just really red leaves. Oh, that is extremely red leaves. Leaves. A lot of sink right here next to the waterfall. If you've seen Last of the Mohicans, you know that waterfall. Very pretty. Here goes the sun. Get that wingtip underneath. Probably flies with that wake gear. A little bit of turbulence. I know it was smooth, so we need turbulence in the field. Wind's moving a little bit. I'm going to go up towards Bat Cave a little bit and then work my way back down towards Chimney Rock. Not sure I'll go all the way to Bat Cave. If you guys know anything about paramotors, you typically want to fly with an out in case your engine dies if they're two-stroke motors. So not a ton of outs right now because you only have that new road that's been made, Rocky River, which would not feel good on your ankles. Now, some of that road would be good to land on, though, actually. Not a ton of power lines on the new road. It's interesting. We've got two roads now. There's a whole lot that blows my mind about this whole thing, but just from my personal experience, walking all the way, down Highway 9, all the way from Bat Cave to Chimney Rock, and a few days after Hurricane Helene, and there was just, you get in the middle of the river, and there was nothing you could see as far up the river and downriver. No infrastructure, nothing. It's really crazy to see this road back. I can see the trees down there kind of whipping around. It's not a smooth morning by any means. I'll show you guys Bat Cave now that we've rounded this corner. I don't know that I'll fly all the way up there, I might. So I know a lot of people that live down here or have been here, have family here, want to see this. Try to capture it as best I can for you. So that's the Highway 64 bridge that goes from Bat Cave to Hendersonville. Pretty low in here. not great options for me if something happens. Wow, is that a brand new house? Huh. Right? Yeah, these clouds are a little bumpy. Lady I interviewed in the red house, she's like right there. It is a whole lot different. The bridge is repaired. There's foundation along the roads in certain spots. What if that stuff up right there? That's where it started. Right there. All the way to the top. Once again, here is that really big landslide. I had to approach from the top as a lot of this terrain was not accessible to anyone but residents. So I just hiked up to the top, sat up there, put my phone down. It just narrowly missed these houses. One girl at the bottom, I was able to here. It's an absolutely gorgeous gorge, Hickory Nut Gorge. So here we're approaching Chimney Rock. If you remember my video, that's where all the National Guard was staging. This is the bridge. This bridge. And now this looks like the new one going into Chimney Rock. As far as I understand, you can come into Chimney Rock and support the businesses, but you have to come from Lake Lure, not the Batcave side. Do not quote me on that, please look it up, but I'm pretty sure that's the truth, because these businesses need to rebuild and thrive again. A little bumpy, you're seeing my feet get shook around. Waving at some of the people down there, they're waving back. This is one of my better perspectives I've gotten, and I know a lot of people are curious how everything's going. Very popular bridge here too. You could just see how wide everything is now. This was a park. Crazy enough, it's just completely brown now. Lots and lots of stuff going on. This used to just be a green, grassy mound. And this was a lake. They're driving through the lake. Just endless amounts of work going on here at Lake Lure. So right here would just be full of water from tree to tree. But there's so much debris that they have to get out of here. All these houses, water up to them. It's like some makeshift barge or something. I don't know. Wow, look at this guy. He's waving. Oh, I didn't record him well, but he was waving. Sorry, man. The work out here is crazy. They're getting at it on the weekend. It's just endless, so if they're willing to work, they're working. Look at this, grass has grown up here where boats used to be. Somebody docked their boat right here. The air is not nearly as smooth as it was a little bit ago. Very smooth en route, and then you kind of get in these gorges down low, and the sun starts to come up, and the heat comes out. It's not as fun. But yet you can see how low the lake is. Now let's look back up the gorge. Rock up there. That lady's waving. Come in. Say hey. Good morning! Hope you're doing well. I don't know how soft this mud is. I really want to find out. I'll give my guy who was waving at me a wave. He's kind of busy, but guys are out here working hard overtime for sure. Now I'm not gonna bust through all the other guys, you know, but it's pretty barren right here. I'll climb out before I get there. Just makeshift roads everywhere. Crossing this little creek going into the lake here. It's still very grassy here. I don't know. Might have recovered it, or it might have just been. I don't know. This had to have. Everything got hit by water down here. Not too smooth. I'm gonna go ahead and climb out. Head on out. Not sure what they're going to end up doing with this. This is pretty wild to see. It's be kind of like a public area to beach, basically, filled with water, and it almost looks like it's becoming a park. That was some of the trashiest air I've been in a while.